So I'm gonna force myself to learn photography. Well, I'm not really forcing myself because I wanna learn it, but I'm gonna step outside my comfort zone. So I'm gonna go to the hoop session that me and the boys are having. I'm going strictly for photo and video. So upon taking those pictures yesterday, I came home and I was super excited for my SD card. Come to find out, they all came out terrible. This video is gonna be pretty fun. Future Dylan here. Let me explain to you where I went wrong in taking my first action photos, and maybe a noob out there like myself can learn from my experiences, or fails rather. So if you look up here in the top right, you can see all the info for the picture that was taken. You can see it was taken on my Sony ZV-E10. You can see that was taken on the stock 16 to 50 millimeter lens. But if we're focusing on the most important thing, you can clearly see the other info. So it was taken at 50 millimeters, as well as a 5.6 aperture, as well as 1/1000 shutter speed. One of the biggest things I got wrong is that, as you can see, I'm shooting at an 8000 ISO. Also took it as a JPEG and not even a RAW file, so I couldn't even try and manipulate the colors or anything without it looking worse than I already did. So quite literally, between ISO, aperture, and shutter speed, besides my shutter speed being too high, my aperture and my ISO are complete polar opposites of what they need to be. But we learned. Oh, and I may or may not have booked my first event in 2 days. So we have a lot to learn. And between yesterday, whenever I found that out, and today when I'm talking in this clip, I've pretty much fixed my problem. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I know I'm gonna do what I need to do to learn, so I'm honestly really excited. But before Saturday comes, I need to go get one thing. So the other night after the first photo shoot, upon finding out I was going to be doing my first ever event, now tomorrow, I went and got a Tamron 17 to 70 millimeter. I've been looking at getting lenses anyway. Honestly, I've been researching it for like the past 3 or 4 days now, for like hours on end. So I was gonna get it eventually, it's just a matter of when I ended up getting it. And what's better than getting it for my first ever shoot, baby? So luckily yesterday I did learn a lot after my first shooting. I showed them the pictures. They kind of told me where I probably messed up at, which is a really big help because they're all photographers, videographers. Let's go practice. We outside, man. Real talk, man. Arizona, not the T. Not the T. But yeah, we're shooting the second game. It's going pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, I got some really good shots. For this to be the first week I'm learning photography, I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of fun. Sorry. But here's a quick rundown of a few things that I learned in these 4 days, and it could help somebody who's a noob out there just like me. When shooting in low light, make sure your aperture is low so your lens gets more light. Make sure you shoot at a lower ISO so you will be able to tweak that image and it's not so grainy. When shooting in low light, try to still shoot at not too high of a shutter speed, because since your shutter is closing faster, your lens gets less light. And also something else that saved me is make sure you shoot in RAW. Of course, if you have the storage. But for me, being able to change some of the colors or crop in super close because I couldn't get my lens far enough saved me the whole time. I am by far not a professional. I am learning. Literally, this is what I learned in 4 days. But if you are a beginner like me, learn with me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos so we can learn together and I can share with you what I learned. It is Saturday night. I've officially completed all pictures, all videos. I sent it off to my friend Jesse. So here are some of my favorite pictures from the games. And I will say, I think since starting to learn everything and getting this lens yesterday, and honestly, all this coming together in the past 3 days, I'm pretty happy about how it turned out. Of course, I could definitely see where I can improve at, what I should and shouldn't have done, and things I'm definitely gonna do next time. But that does conclude this video, man. I hope you guys did enjoy the video as well as the pictures, and show that you can learn pretty much anything as long as you honestly watch 4, 5, 6, or maybe even 7 hours worth of videos on YouTube. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna leave this in. That was actually pretty awkward with my new hood scoop. I can't cover my lens all the way.